do is to push against that. But there's always a fear there. Something we kind of feel drawn to doing, but there's a fear. So it's about mixing it up, people in the booze. What do you think about that? You up for that? You up for that tonight? So I'm going to do a little bit of stuff tonight because I want people to be happy. I feel that we live in our comfort zones. We stay very, very safe. And actually it's not a very comfortable place. We kind of decay and don't get many places. So there's a lot of personal growth stuff out there. But what do you do? What do you throw yourself into? There's a lot of mindfulness, there's coaching, there's meditation. But actually, something I'm willing to explore with you tonight is shoplifting. How about that? So, could everybody put your hands up in the air if you've never shoplifted? Never ever. Really? Oh, so you're the sort of person, if I go on holiday, you can look after my house. Maybe. What about that? Imagine that. And the people, which is most people in the room, have shoplifted, right? If you've ever shoplifted in your life, give me a big, can you make the noise of a scared pigeon? That's kind of a little bit kind of scared stroke aroused pigeon action going on there, which is wonderful, I like that. But would anyone like to touch me? Would you like?
I'll give it a go.
You're gonna?
I'll give it a go.
Okay, where would you like to touch me? It's up to you.
Your hairy nipple.
Okay. How do you tell? Was my nipple on show? Or you just guessed? Or was it?
So.
Oh.
No, I didn't. It wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't a guess.
So what was the appeal of shoplifting? Were you short of money or what? Or do you fancy a bit of a buzz? Because it's fucking good, isn't it? I'm not recommending you go shoplifting from any independent shopkeepers because I heard if you spend money with people that have got an independent shop, you're paying for their kids to go through school, to go that, and that's a bad thing. Lidl's, I mean, they're not cutting you a bad deal. That's kind of middle of the range. Go and shoplifting there. But I think something that should be completely legal. There's a lot of laws, and people go along with laws in the country, and I don't necessarily go along with it. It's up about us as human beings to decide what's right. We feel that we're being governed by a bunch of muppets, right? At the moment, things need to change. So one thing we could kind of do is start to rewrite the rules. And around shoplifting, at the top of the hierarchy of what's acceptable, fucking Tesco's. Because I don't know about you, I resisted for ages this idea about getting a club card. I don't want people knowing my personal data, inside leg of measurement, size of my, or colour of my underpants. If you're doing those open mics though, dark underwear is good though, because can be quite scary. But Tesco's is fucking good, man, because you go in there, do you not? And you just want something, it might be, I don't know, what do you buy in a supermarket?
Cheese.
Beer. Beer and cheese. You go in beer and cheese, and you expect them to pay, what's the going rate for beer now? Like, I don't know.
Tesco doing club half out for £10 for 18 bottles.
Is it? Do you work for him? I don't know what to do with that information. So should we be more or less likely to steal from Tesco's?
Yes, because they're giving us Costas for £10.
Ah, okay. You'd have to touch me other than that. Did everyone get that with the Tesco's? But because otherwise, if you haven't got your club card,
You have to pay 16 quid.
16 fucking quid. And sometimes, if I was working for Tesco's, man, I would put beer, like the beer that everyone wants to, the sun's out and everyone wants to have a good time, right? Budweiser, something like that. Like £2,000 plus 2 cows and your firstborn son. Do you know what I mean? Other than if you've got the club card, you get it for 12 quid. I just kind of I love fucking with people's heads. This is what we're kind of here to do, so. If we were to put on a workshop around meditation, and mindfulness, which it's got its benefits. It's can be a wonderful thing. It's taught me a lot. Or shoplifting. Which one would you go for? Because we don't really compare. It's like two things we don't compare very much. It's not like oranges and lemons or stuff like that. So who in the room, if we were to run a workshop, how many people would come if it's about meditation? Make the sound of a Canadian moose. And if you were interested in like honing your, particularly Tesco shoplifting skills, can you make the noise of a tiger cheating at cards? Right. So there's more tigers here, right? There's a bit more tigers, so this would be a thing we could kind of all learn. Again, if we're not stealing from an independent shopkeeper, but actually stealing from the big corporates who are just up for our information. And what would you do? And I've got, actually, my brother-in-law works for Tesco's as well. He's very French. It's got nothing to do with that, just give you just a kind of bit of background fill in there. So, people of the walrus downstairs, what I'd like to do is that we've all got this voice. Something I've been feeling a calling for is just standing up in front of a room full of people and just expressing and being seen. There's something really powerful if you've got a friend who's going through a bit of a difficult situation and just getting people to talk about what they're going through as human beings. Life is difficult, it can be challenging, it can be complicated. So just getting people to kind of share. And at some point, there's a fear about what would it be like if I'm truly myself in this relationship, in this job, just to kind of allow my light to shine. So I'd like to kind of give a little bit of an invitation. How are we doing for time? Oh, right, okay, thanks. I'm in terms of like, how long we got? But okay. So there's another... Well, okay, I'd just like to get a bit more, like get you kind of properly involved here, beautiful people. Thank you for giving up your Friday night to come down. There's a lot of other things. There's so much stuff going on. The sun's out. And we all know about the advantage of staying home. We've all been there. No one's out about. We've gone on WhatsApp. No one wants to see us. We just have a pot noodle and a wank. Or is that just me? I don't know. So you've all made it out tonight. And something I'd like to leave you with, beautiful people, is we've all heard a voice. It could come from school, it could come from family, it could come from anywhere in the world, that we're not good enough as well. We're not beautiful enough, we're not handsome enough, we're not young enough, we're not slim enough, we're not smart enough. And that's a load of bollocks. What I'd like to leave you with a thought is we're all beautiful just as we are. And one thing we can do, because we've all got that voice inside us, in the same way that if we're being honest, we've all probably shoplifted. That we've all got this voice that tells us we're not good enough. I can't ask this person out for a date. I can't go for this job because I'm not X enough. Well, we could give that little voice inside a bit of a kick up the arse if you're up for it. And start to change the course. Are you up for it, people?
Yeah!
Let's lead a little revolution here, Brighton. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say into the microphone, my name is, and then you insert your name. If you want to, you can actually say out loud, insert your name. But I think you're smart enough, because you were getting all the jokes earlier on. Say your name. And then say, and if you don't like it, fuck you. And this is a beautiful thing to do. We couldn't do it because we had the clean pick of the fringe, and there's kids present and all that sort of stuff. But they swear anyway, on their TikToks or whatever they call it. So you all ready for that?
Yeah!
Yeah? So on the count of 3, my name is, say your name, and if you don't like it, fuck you. Yeah? Right, let's go for it. So 1, 2, 3,
My name is Ed, and if you don't like it, fuck you! Fuck you!
One more time, make it louder, get all these demons out now.
My name is Fred,
and if you don't like it, fuck